here are the top 10 reasons why virtus.pro went out of this major 0-3. Reason number 1. The VP owner, quite selfishly, refused to offer the virtus.pro players a Mercedes for winning this event, and therefore, understandably so, virtus.pro did not feel motivated to perform at their highest standards. A very selfish move from the owner of virtus.pro, and a person definitely to blame for the poor performance of his CSGO squad. Um, Reason number 2 is actually to do with the Mercedes again. Um, this live taken, no Photoshop, no CGI image, um, depicting virtus.pro's main roster. Um, I mean, it speaks for itself. Look at Taz's cocky smile in his new car, and look at the other 4 players looking at him angrily. I mean, this obviously shows that there was a bad vibe in the team, and that this caused inner conflicts, and therefore the players didn't play very well. I mean, this even led to Taz being removed from the IGL position and taken over by Neo. And even after the tournament, Taz was removed from the team, something I believe he'll be very happy about because now he gets to drive his Mercedes all around Poland. Reason number 3, they played some very close games. I mean, some classic games that everyone will remember. How can anyone forget um, the amazing game with Quentin Belata Fad that they had, 16-3. This game was completely amazing and was nothing short of a magnificent performance from both teams. But I think virtus.pro got unlucky with some timings and some clutches from the Quantum Belata Fireside, and therefore they lost 16-3 as a result. A very close scoreline and nothing to be laughed at. The Fnatic VP game also close. Some would say twice as close as the previous game, and they would not be wrong. And just to depict you how close this game was, I mean, just move the 1 to the left, and you get the whole scoreline in reverse. I mean, that speaks for itself, and there is no argument that can be made that the game was not close. And finally, Cloud9 VP was also a classic that will be remembered throughout time. Some people think that the Cloud9 phase Inferno map was the best map of the tournament. I think this map provided way more clutch situations, a way closer game, a better Counter Strike coming out of both teams, and therefore I think that virtus.pro got quite unlucky with all 3 of these games, and in another um, universe they got 3-0. Reason number 4 is that the gyms in the USA are tailored towards fat Americans, and therefore they do not have enough weight to um, handle Pasha. Pasha did not find good enough weight, and therefore he was not able to exercise before his games, and this resulted in him not being able to carry in the literal sense and in game. Reason number 5 is actually quite a simple reason. America made virtus.pro play bad. Um, I think this reason pretty much speaks for itself, and if you don't understand why this is true, then you're just an idiot. Reason number 6 is that they again felt no motivation to play, as they know they just get their stickers in the next major as well. I mean, all they have to do is stay alive for another 6 months, go at the major, and just collect their money from their stickers. Um, I mean, that is not to say that I see anything wrong with this system, because I don't. This is a great system by Valve, and it might have played into virtus.pro's morale issues a bit, however. Reason number 7 um, is that they could have thrown. Before, they never threw and they made it out of the major every time, which means that this time they had very good odds to get out again for the 10th or 11th major in a row. However, this time, given that they just get their stickers next year as well, they had incentive to throw, and then they just get money from this major and from the next major as well. What a deal. Because I don't see anything wrong with this, and because there is no apparent reason as to why this is false. I mean, why would a professional player deny free money? Because there seems like there's nothing wrong with this argument on first glance, we must all accept it as true until it is proven otherwise. Reason number 8, Bialy was aim locking, was not, sorry, aim locking. The poster tricked me there. My editor is a fucking idiot. Um, you know, Bialy aim lock cheat, that's kind of like the complete opposite to my point. But it's fine, I'll fire him and he'll be starving. Anyway, so yeah, Bialy was not aim locking, and without aim locking, he plays bad. We know that all his good plays came from him hacking. Um, Credible personalities in the CSGO scene, such as Dan M, can confirm this fact, and he has piled up a lot of compelling evidence to prove that Bialy is indeed cheating, and this is basically taken as a fact by every CSGO personality. So the fact that he didn't cheat this game hindered virtus.pro's chances to a big extent. Reason number 9 is that Anders' simulation theory is true, and that Anders was behind this whole thing because the virtus.pro players uh, was speaking to him without um, addressing him as General Sir Anders in the bottom right. This understandably so triggered Anders, and therefore it resulted in him manipulating the simulation so as to eliminate virtus.pro 03 and make them into laughingstock. Again, I see nothing wrong with this scenario, therefore we must all accept it as true. And truth be told, guys, I sat at my computer like for half an hour just staring um at my notepad document, thinking of a 10th reason, but I couldn't. I could not think of any single reason which contributed to virtus.pro doing bad at this major. I mean, they all practiced a lot, especially Bialy, who put in a lot of hours into the game. So I cannot find a 10th reason. Um, so this is all for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna go watch some Bialy stream. Ah, great content.
Nie, ja bym sobie zagrał w CS. Ja w CS.
I can definitely see why he chose
W
this
CS
over
pograł,
CS.
kurwa.
Nie działa chyba jeszcze.